Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul coming to y'all with another video, man. Hey, we back with another one, man. Hit that shadur on them. When they thought we was gone, man, hit that shadur on them. They thought we was gonna shut up because they came inside the comments and started throwing their little hate and stuff. Nah, man. Hey, man, shout out Coach Prime, shout out Colorado, man. Truly appreciate what them guys is doing there, just changing the whole culture of college football. But, man, first off, before I hop into this video, I want to thank God. Seriously, man, I want to thank God because he just continues to keep on blessing me, even when I feel like I don't deserve it, even when I don't know why I'm getting blessed. Like, he just always is blessing me and always moving in my life, man, and I know God's real. I know God's real. That's first and foremost. Secondly, I do want to thank every last person who supports this channel, man, by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, dropping a comment down below. Shout out to the people that hit me on IG, man. I read those. I'm not on top of it like I should be. I will admit that. I'm not on top of my inbox like I should be because it pops up as a request. And I often, it takes me a little while to get to those. But shout out to y'all, man. By the way, Instagram handles 502 King Paul. If you want to hit me up, man, talk to me. I talk back. The idea for this video came up in the recent comment section. I want to say my last video. Somebody commented and said, "Hey, man, can you show some before and some after pictures, like before, back when you were smoking weed, and 2 years later, like, we want to see some updates. It would help motivate me." So I told him that I would do that I would show these pictures. And honestly, this had been the idea I thought of a while back. I just didn't do it because honestly, man, I just hate going back and looking at those old pictures. I just remember where I was, not only physically. I mean, physically, I just look like, y'all will see it in a little bit here, but physically, I looked a little crazy. But also, I remember where I was mentally and spiritually, even over the physical aspect of it, man. So keep in mind, this isn't just about your physical appearance. It's also about where you are mentally, where you are spiritually. And so I'm going to kind of walk y'all down memory lane a little bit. And y'all can see some of my older pictures and my transition along these past couple of years. So let me rewind back. We're going to go back past 2 years. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I've said before, man, when it comes to smoking weed, I dibbled and dabbled, like before 18, before I got to the age of 18 when I went off to college. I just dibbled and dabbled, man. I would smoke here and there. Really, it could be anywhere from like 2 times a year. It was very spread out. I really didn't smoke like that, man, because I was an athlete. I played football. I ran track. I tried to wrestle for a little bit, man. I tried to wrestle for a little bit, but I quit, man, after the first week. We was doing some kind of, some kind of little practice move, and my face got all in the sweat on the mat, and I felt it burning on my face, and I ended up quitting. But it turned out to be a great decision because I want to say about a week, maybe 2 at the most later, came out that they had ringworm on the mats, man. Yeah. So a lot of dudes caught ringworm off the mats. Wrestling just wasn't my thing. Football, track, always been a quick guy. That was my thing. But anyway, I was really in shape though. Like really in shape. Senior year of high school, really through high school, but especially my senior year of high school. So going into college, I was more well-built than a lot of my peers around that time. So I'll post some pictures here around this time just to show y'all what I looked like when I first got to college. Looked young, healthy. Just really took very good care of myself, man. I hadn't been smoking like that for real. Like when I first got to college, don't get me wrong, I started smoking, but you didn't see the effects until months later, and really like saw the hardcore effects years later. So for all those people out there that say, man, I've been smoking for 2-3 years and I'm doing great and I look fine and whatever, man. Hey, I'm telling you, it takes a toll on you over time. A lot of people, they want to say, well, I've been smoking for a year, I'm doing just fine mentally, whatever, man. Okay, if that's how you feel, that's cool. But I'm telling you, man, I've seen a lot of people's physical appearance, their mental health, their spiritual health decline over long-term use when you're abusing marijuana. Now, it got to the point, I want to say this was my first time coming back home. So like I said, I was a healthy young man. I mean, I'm healthy. I'm strong. I've been lifting weights. I've been playing sports, doing all this. I even had a weightlifting class at UK. I went to University of Kentucky. I even had a weightlifting class there, man, right across from my dorm room. I just walk out early in the morning. I want to say it was like a 6, 7 o'clock class or something crazy like that, probably like 7. And walked across and would lift weights early in the morning. But even with that, man, the lifestyle change and me not eating the way that I was used to eating and me always staying high all the time and just kind of just changing it, altered my whole lifestyle. It caused me to start dropping weight. I started dropping weight, man. And my first time coming back, I want to say it was like fall break, whatever, we came back. My stepmother actually said something to me. She's like, man, you losing a lot of weight. Like, you're getting skinny. And I didn't even notice it. Like, I thought it was just, I thought I looked the same. My face hadn't changed too much at that point. But my body, yes, I was dropping weight. I really didn't weigh myself like that back then. So I couldn't tell you exactly how much I weighed. But I knew that I dropped a good amount of weight in between the time I came in to college and my first time back. Back home, back to the city, man, because I don't live in Lexington where the university's at. So that was the first time that I really became aware. And then, I ended up going back. Like I said, we're not eating right for real. We spend a lot of time. That wasn't just me. That was a lot of people in college. I think a lot of people in college are broke. Not a lot of people really got it like that. Your eating habits all messed up. You add smoking and partying on top of that, man. You just tend to drop a lot of weight. So I started to notice that I was losing weight. I even had people telling me down there, man, when I was at college, it was like, man, you losing weight. Like, you used to be big. You're starting to lose weight now. So I started to have my peers saying something to me. It started off with my family. Then it was my peers, my friends, and I think a big part of it, man, that I want to say, a big part of it was the fact that mentally I wasn't handling things the way that I should have. I think everything starts up here. Everything starts up in your mind, man. And when you are, living this lifestyle that's not really good for you and you're smoking all the time, and then you got this stress that's going on inside your life that you're really not handling well. You're handling stress by smoking weed all the time. It's all compounding together, man, and it just makes for an unhealthy person. And I'm not trying to offend nobody that's watching this video. If you smoke weed, whatever, like, do your thing if that's what you want to do. But I'm just being honest about what my experience was, man. My experience was that. So years later, I really, really started losing a lot of weight, y'all. Like, a lot of weight. And I'm going to post a picture here. And it's very disturbing based on what I'm used to myself looking like. When I found this picture, I was like, oh my God. It just really blew my mind how small I had gotten. And I'm not a really tall guy or anything like that. I'm not extremely short, but I'm not tall, like right in the middle. Y'all, the 5'10", 5'11" guys, y'all can feel me on this one here, where, you're not short, but you're not tall neither. So, for my height, my weight, man, had just dropped down crazy. At my lowest point in my life, I got down to about 135, man. 135. Now, this was probably about 8 years into smoking, like somewhere around there, 8, 9 years, somewhere around there, man. So for the people, again, who's talking about them, I've been smoking for 2 years, 3 years, I haven't seen no effects and whatever. It's a lot of effects I didn't start to see until later on. And I just want y'all to keep that in mind, man, especially the kind of weed that's out here right now. Way more powerful than what we had back when I was younger. When I first started smoking, we had the regular weed, Reggie. We had Crunch. It was like a step above regular weed. Then we had Perp. It wasn't until later on all the little name brand weed started coming out. We were smoking that, like the Bubblegum Kush, Blue Dream. I'm trying to think of some other ones. White Widow. All these different things started popping up, but it was much stronger weed than what it was that people were smoking back when I was in high school or, you know, middle school. So I just want y'all to keep that part in mind, man. But once I decided to stop smoking, man, for one, I just want to say this, it was rough. That first, just the first day was the hardest day because I had been doing this every single day for years. And for me to stop for that one day, I had stopped before, but it wasn't by choice. I had some stuff going on where I had to stop smoking. But, you know, that first day where I just decided that I wanted to stop smoking and I stopped because of me, not because of any kind of outside stuff going on, man. It was so hard. It was so hard. And it was so hard for me to go to sleep. I remember all this stuff, man. I remember, you know, just how hard it was to go to sleep for like that first week. And I started finding ways to exhaust myself, man. I started making a schedule. Every single day I had to write out a whole schedule of what it was I was going to do and keep myself busy. I started hitting the gym even more because even when I was smoking, I was hitting the gym, but I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to see because, you know, I just wasn't. One thing I learned about working out is not just about lifting the weights. It's a whole lifestyle. You have to sleep well. You have to eat well. You got to hydrate. It's a whole regimen to it. Like the gym is a small part of the rest of it, man. But long story short, I want to say this is maybe my first 4 months, 3-4 months, I gained like 20-something, 30 pounds, man, instantly, like that. Just from lifestyle change. Because I'm not going out and eating fast food all the time. I'm not smoking all the time. I'm not doing all this different stuff, man. Just a lifestyle change, the mindset that changed. And I feel like my spiritual growth during that time as well also was reflecting itself on the outside. So I'm going to post a picture now of what I looked like. This picture was probably from about 4 months ago or something like that, man. I'm going to post that picture so y'all can see the difference in between back then, you know, on my lowest point, and then, you know, where I am right now today. I know I post, you know, a lot of videos. I'm leaving from the gym. Y'all see I'm leaving from the gym, man. I really put a lot of emphasis on working on myself, working on my body, working on my mind. I got books, man. I got all this different stuff that I'm doing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab some books real quick because I just want to throw these out here, bro. I got some very interesting books here, man. One that I want to share with y'all is called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff with Your Family. That one's a great book, man. For those of y'all who, you know, you got a family you're raising, you know that it's a lot raising a family. I think this is a great book for a lot of people, man. This one was actually a gift, Charlemagne the God, Black Privilege, and there was another book that he dropped as well. This is an older book, Psychology in 100 Quotes. Pretty cool right there. This is a book that was a gift as well. It's If You Know What You Want, You Can Have It. Just a little small, this is a little small book, man, but it was a gift. Got Winning by Tim Grover. He was I want to say he's a trainer for Michael Jordan and some others as well. Great book. You Owe You, Eric Thomas. Love this book. This is a great book, great read. And this is my most recent one that I got. It's called Help Is On The Way. Country Wayne, the comedian. Y'all seen his, he got a stand-up on Netflix, man. Good dude. I need to get into this. I'm only on, let me see, like maybe, yeah, I'm only into chapter 2 at this point, man, but I'm going to read this some more. It's a pretty good book. And these are just the ones that I got sitting over on my entertainment system in the living room, man. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. And hopefully this video motivates, inspires y'all. Hopefully, you know, the young man, I'm assuming it's a young man. I can't remember the name, but if it was a young lady, whoever requested this video, hopefully these pictures, And my short little story here has helped to motivate you some. Keep on the right path, man. You know what's right for your life. I'm not saying that smoking weed is wrong, but if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, man. And I'm telling you that the benefits that I've seen, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. If y'all got any comments, drop them down below. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. 502 King Paul. Till next time, hit that shadur on them. Hit that shadur on them. Hey, we out of here, man.